Bronny. He get 3 dribbles and 3 possessions.
Well, you can't,
I'll get a stop.
Lord, you can score, you can't guard.
I can get a stop. You crazy.
Listen, so what we're gonna do, certified, is we're gonna start a certified segment called P's Workout. Because I need to see these workouts that's got
it's
you.
Be called Get a Stop.
Get a stop.
Yeah.
No.
Man, I can get a stop.
Can't get a stop, P. Now with infinite dribbles, now if you say
my
5 dribbles.
My mindset gonna tell me, I'm gonna look
You're
at
fouling.
him, and my mindset gonna be like,
fouling.
if I don't get a stop, my life is on the line. I'm gonna be ready.
You're gonna be in some well, reality gonna hit you. As soon as he start dribbling and getting
1, 2, 3, then he gotta shoot. Then
we ain't know. We 3
dribbles.
It's 3.
Goddamn,
anybody here can do that.
That's the drill.
Nah,
3 dribbles. That's the drill.
You said ones. Can he get a bucket on you infinitely?
Like 3 dribbles. 3
do a shot
dribbles.
clock. 14 seconds.
3 dribbles. I'm getting a stop.
One of the hardest things for me, and you got to be real with yourself, is on the decline. Decline is real, and it's more of the physical ailments because as your physical declines, your mental actually gets better. Your confidence in what you do because you don't really do a bunch of. You know what you're doing. You get right to it, and you do that. You don't go after a bunch of extra. You be more effective, I feel like. You don't use a bunch of energy in places where you don't need it to. And I got more effective as I got older. I could pass, I can shoot, but yeah, when your physical starts to go, bro, you gotta be real with yourself. Yeah, you gotta find ways to still make yourself effective. But that was one of the more harder things to go through to watch. You know what I'm saying? Because Pete know I love to practice, I love to prepare, and I prepared a certain way. And then those same things that actually made me, the player I was, also was the things that I felt like was hurting me. Because sometimes I felt like, not sometimes, but sometimes the outside perspective thought that I should take a break or I should do things a little lighter. And, old dog, he don't know light. You know what I'm saying? I know what I know. I've got here like this. And if I can do one thing, I probably would have took my foot off the gas a little bit at the end just because, going hard was what I knew. You know what I'm saying? But it was real hard for me. What about you?
Like once I left Boston, I knew I was going to take a lesser role anyway, which I was cool with, for carrying a heavy load for so many years. So I was cool with that, not having to be at the forefront of just like pressure on me to go out here and be the top scorer and top defender on this guy. So I knew that. So I was cool with playing that role for a few years. I thought though, when I knew it was like, man, it's probably time to retire. So, I got to Washington and we had a cool year. I called game. And then I was like, damn, I went to the Clippers and I was like, damn, I could probably help the Clippers get over the top. I could be that dude down the stretch, that X factor. But when Doc didn't start me after I called game and I was coming off the bench and Wesley Johnson was in front of me, I knew it was the end. It was the end. I knew it was the end. I was like, damn, I must say, God didn't know more. Doc, I'm here with Doc and I just called game. Like, what's going on? I just called game and now I'm thinking I could, at least come in here and play a starting role. But I started coming off the bench and I was like, oh, all right. Coming off a bench is a whole nother mindset, bro, because, as an older player, when you used to starting so many years and then you coming off the bench, you don't know how to prepare.